I've been posting on TikTok for a few years now, and for even longer, I've had the dream of making long form content and starting my very own YouTube channel. But here's the thing, I've been nervous. Like, really nervous. I mean, let's be honest, the fear of being perceived seems like a pretty silly fear to have for someone that wants to create content online. But I'm finally deciding to push fear aside and pursue one of my passions. So without further ado, welcome everybody to Alyssa's Realm. Good morning. Today is Monday. I have a few things on my agenda for today. Typically my Mondays are my days to kind of run my errands, do any things around the house. Today I know that my mom is off today, so we're gonna hang out and run our errands together. I know we both need to go to Hobby Lobby. I'm not quite sure what she needs, but I need to get quilt batting. I'm making a sewing machine cover. I already got the quilting kind of sewing all my squares together done in the shape that I need, but I need to buy quilt batting to go in between and then my underside fabric as well. So I need to get that today. I got this super cute, all of this fabric at our local quilt shop. I'd never been there before. Well, I had been in there before, but I'd never bought anything before. I thought it was more of like a fabric store, but it's really just a quilt store, which is fine. But so when I went in there the first time, I was looking for linen, and they don't have that. They have quilt fabrics, which is totally cool. So I was like, oh, I'll just have to remember that. But I got these fabrics there, and they, I think, work together exactly how I wanted them to. I love the color scheme. I think they're so pretty. So I'll need to pick out a fabric for the other side that kind of goes with it, but I think I want it to be a little bit more plain. I'm not sure. We'll see. but I need to go to Hobby Lobby to get that. I'm not quite sure what she needs at Hobby Lobby. I think she's working on some embroidery, so I don't know if it's something for that or what. I need to go to the hardware store. I'm having some painting done, but I'm supplying the paint, so I need to go pick up paint for that. Oh, tonight at our library, we have, I think it's like crafting group or something. Kind of like a whip night, like a work in progress night. Just bring whatever craft you're working on in the moment. It's not like one big craft together. You just bring whatever you want to work on that night, obviously within means. Like, I'm not gonna bring my quilting project to the library because a sewing machine is loud, and bringing my sewing machine to the library would be ridiculous. I do have a sweater that I'm knitting right now, so I'll probably bring that. I brought that last week, so I'll bring that again. My mom brought her embroidery last week. I think she'll probably bring the same thing, but I think that'll be fun. But other than that, I really just have to do kind of like some household things. Like, I'm doing some laundry. I vacuumed yesterday, so I don't have to do that, but just kind of straightening things up, putting my dishes away. I don't need to go to the grocery. I think that's all for today, so I just figured I'd bring you guys along to my day. mom and we went to Hobby Lobby. I picked up, let me show you the fabric that I got. So this is the fabric that I ended up getting for like the inside, and then I'll do the like edge fabric the same, but I already went ahead and glued on like my batting and in the back and everything. So that'll be ready to go. I kind of want to, I was inspired by, oh no. So I was inspired by this like TikTok. Well, I think it was originally on TikTok, but I found it on Pinterest, and it was a sewing machine cover. It was quilted kind of like that, and it was super, super cute. It had some ruffles. It had some like embroidery, like swirlies on there instead of like true quilting. But the thing is I don't have an embroidery machine, and I don't really want to get into embroidery, at least not currently. How do I manage embroidery on this machine? And I watched a couple videos, and I saw like getting a darning foot to kind of do like freehand. So I don't know, I need to play around with it a bit. I only tested like freehand sewing with like out the foot down with no like batting or anything, so I had no structure to it, which I know would make a very big difference. And I think that's where some of my issues were coming into, was like in embroidery you need structure. I did not have that, so like the piece was lifting up because the foot wasn't keeping it down. So I don't know, I'm kind of at like a little bit of a stopping point. I didn't get too far on it today. I only like glued it all together before I had to go to craft night anyways. And I got honestly fairly far on my sweater. I have an inch more of length to knit on the sweater. I thought the sweater was like a knit in the round project when I first bought the pattern, and it's not. It's like you stitch it together, you knit the front, you knit the back, and then you stitch that together, and then you knit in the round for the neckline and the sleeves. So I have the front done. The back, I have 1 more inch on the back lengthwise before I start knitting up the right side, the neckline, and then the left side. But yeah, after Hobby, what else did I get at Hobby Lobby? That's where I started with this tangent. Oh, I got some shelves, and they kind of match like my cabinets in my kitchen. I think they're really cute. So I bought 2 of these, and my vision, I am so entirely blessed to be the owner of a spice village, and I don't have it on display, and I need to have it on display. It is the cutest thing in the world. We'll see if I put these up tonight. I'd really like to, but all the walls in my house are brick, but I love hanging stuff on my walls, and my house does not like me to hang stuff on my walls. It just makes it a little bit difficult. So I have like some paneling, like picture rail in my kitchen, like all the way around. I'll have to like show you where I'm wanting to like ideally put it. So I think if I like got a nail, like a larger head, and was able to nail it in there, I would be able to do that, because I could nail it into like the paneling part. But behind that is brick, so I'm like, it can only be so long. But my precious spice village is going on top of this, and so I need it to be secure, because heaven forbid. We'll have to see on that one. This might not get done today. I've been in a really bad reading slump. I started a book that I was super excited for on my Kindle, and it just I just didn't really enjoy it, unfortunately, and I really wanted to. So it just kind of put me in a reading slump, but I finally powered through. I had like 15% of the book left, because I kept just being like, oh, well, like, it'll get better, and it didn't. But so I had like 15% left, and I was like, I just need to push through, and I finished it. And now I'm kind of like, okay, I have a physical TBR. I need to actually start reading it and getting back into reading. I love reading, so I need to like push out of this like reading slump. My boyfriend bought me this book. This author has researched and written about Celtic history and folklore for more than a decade. I'm excited about this. It says Outlander meets Camelot, A sweeping magical tale. So perfect. He did an amazing job picking this out. I mean, goodness. It's got a map at the beginning, so you know it'll be good. Let me just read the synopsis in the back. Oh, you're kidding. They're so precious. I'll actually cry. I will actually cry. That is so cute. I love them. Aww. Anyways, I'll read the synopsis on the back of the book. I am going to butcher these names, by the way, because they are Celtic. Introducing Langorth, a forgotten queen of 6th century Scotland and sister of the man who inspired the legend of Merlin. In a land of mountains and mist, tradition and superstition, Langorth and her twin brother Lailoken are raised in the old way of their ancestors, but the rise of a new religion heralds an era of disruption, bloodshed, and riot. When conflict brings the hero Imris Pendragon to her family's door, Langorth finds love with one of his warriors. Her deep connection to Maelgwyn is forged by enchantment, but she's promised in marriage to the son of a Christian king. Together with her brother, a warrior and druid known to history as Myrddin, Langorth must fight for the preservation of the old way and the survival of her kingdom, or risk the loss of both forever. Intensely absorbing from the first page to the last, the Lost Queen will take you to a distant time, rescuing a passionate and brave woman from obscurity and reclaiming her place in one of the most enduring legends of all time. That sounds delightful. So I'm excited about this. So I definitely think this will get me out of my reading slump. I think I'll probably just really wind down for the evening. I attempted to hang up those shelves, but the paneling is only so thick, and so the nails only went through so far, and it was not far enough to be able to hang up those shelves. So I'll need some power tools for that. And I do not have power tools, so we'll have to borrow those, but I probably will just relax and wind down and just kind of read and be done for the evening. So I'm excited to do that. Oh, thank God, it has phonetic pronunciations. Langorth is her name. Lailoken. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, don't think I did too bad pronouncing those. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, good to know. Thank you guys for coming along with me today on my first ever video. I still have a lot to learn about all of this. I'm having a lot of fun. Hopefully things will only be up from here, but I just want to thank you guys for being along with me today, or coming along with me today and listening to me ramble. I'm sure there will be more where that came from. So I'm gonna be done for the evening, and I just wanted to say thank you. So good night.